Hospitalizations are higher than this time last year as well. Tonight, 586 people are being treated in Colorado hospitals for COVID. 1 year ago today, that number got down to 163. Now, agencies across the metro area are responding with new mask requirements. Denver is requiring masking for anyone ages 2 and up in the schools and our child care facilities. And Tri-County Health says that's the case in those counties for anyone ages 2 to 11 or too young to get vaccinated. Alan Janae has more on the new information on the masking tonight from Tri-County as kids head back to class. We start, though, with Jeff Todd in Denver. And, Jeff, some parents really worry about their toddler having to wear a mask all day.
Jim, this is a major shift in the pandemic with these health orders saying that kids as young as 2 need to mask up inside all day long. The health experts say that there is evidence showing that kids that young are getting the virus and spreading the virus. And educators say masking up is a small step to make sure those kids are still learning and not at home in quarantine.
10 o'clock.
This is a measure that just makes sense in terms of protecting our children who can't get vaccinated yet, as well as protecting our larger community.
The Denver Department of Public Health and Environment says it wanted to give parents time to adjust to the new rules for kids wearing masks in schools before classes start next week.
We have more cases now with 70% of our population vaccinated than we did this time last year.
So a new health order goes beyond kindergarten and means kids as young as 2 should wear masks inside, especially at daycare.
In some parts of the country, pediatric units filling up. We're seeing schools in some parts of the country that have come back having to go virtual again.
With the centers I work with, there's been more exposures than we've ever had.
Lucy Davis coaches and consults dozens of child care facilities for Denver's Early Childhood Council. Many of them have already required masking in young kids.
The majority of teachers now that have had masked 3-year-olds, it is doable.
The hope from medical experts is to keep kids in school and learning.
It really hasn't been a problem. I mean, we won't know for a long time if there is a developmental issue, but I would say that would be overridden by the fact that they've had a degree of normalcy in an abnormal time.
This may seem like a drastic step, but health officials say that this young, unvaccinated population could contribute to a lot of community spread. They're hoping that adding these masks in schools and daycares will mean that restaurants and events can remain open. We're live in Denver tonight. Jeff Todd covering Colorado First.